Good afternoon. Welcome to the August 18th meeting of the Rotary Club of Milledgeville. Please silence your cell phones, and Merritt's not here, so Brett Montroy is going to be our Rotarian of the day. Brett?
Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Bow your head for some prayer. Almighty God, thank you for today. Thank you for Rotary, our fellowship, and our great club in Milledgeville. Be with us as we go back to school with our teachers, our administrators, our students, and our parents, and all people that act in parental roles for our young people. Bless this food to our service, and this food to our bodies, and die to your service. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so the four-way test, the things we think, say, and do. First,
is it true?
Second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
Third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
fourth,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
and fifth.
Is it fun? You're here. All right. Thank you, Brett, for filling in. William, is William Black here? No. Do we have any prayer requests in the club or in the community? All right, that's good news. All right. Frank, would you mind closing the door there? Thank you. Exchange Club's being a little rowdy over there. Greg Blakely.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I wasn't ready after all. Okay, we would like to welcome back Dawn Adams, who's here for her, which one?
Over here.
Second or third? Second time with us. Welcome, we're glad to have you here. I understand you have a guest you'd like to introduce?
Yes. I have with me my friend and son, Brandon.
All right, I'm going to ask one of our co-speakers to pick a stub and hand it to me. Thanks, sir. All right, the winning ticket ends in 425. 425.
All right. All right.
We're looking for what, the Queen of Hearts? It's been a couple weeks since I've been here.
Still looking for the queen.
We got the 90 diamonds,
Yeah.
and there's 8 and I owe you 2. Hey, I haven't been here in 2 weeks. I'm a little bit discombobulated.
It's all right, Greg. It's all good.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. All right, do we have any community announcements that we all need to know about? Yeah.
So I put on everybody's table a little flight to take with you. Next Thursday on the GMC campus, we're having a community pep rally for our junior college football team. Okay, for those of you that know, we've had junior college football at GMC for a little over 30 years now, and we've put 52 players into the NFL. So it's a very successful program. Chances of meeting a Bulldog that you will end up seeing playing on Sunday in the future is very high. But there'll be food trucks and really a lot of kids from Middle Georgia. So if you can make it out, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. That sounds exciting. 5:15 p.m. All right, any other community announcements? Wendell told us the other week about the athletic auction, which is coming up in September on the 24th. Yeah, so don't forget that. Always a great event. Brett?
The Georgia College presidential inauguration is Friday, 3 p.m. at the Centennial Center. Everybody is welcome to join.
Yes, and there's a community cookout afterwards, correct?
5:30 on the front campus.
Yes, that's gonna be fun. Exciting times in our community. All right, club business. I'm gonna ask Keith if he will come up at this time for a piece of club business. It's a. Okay. They're physically
We
here
can
to
do it
solve this
another
room.
time.
You sure?
Yep.
Never mind. Okay, my bad. All right. So our board met on Tuesday just to keep everyone updated on what's going on at the board level. There has been some concern about doing away with the weekly bulletin. So the compromise that the board has come up with is that we were going to do the bulletins once a month. And it will have the entire month's worth of information on it about who the speakers are for the month, who the Rotarian of the Day is for the month. And then of course the back will have all of the membership information. Because Crystal is doing such an awesome job with the membership, we need to be updating that list regularly. So starting the first Thursday in September, we'll be doing the bulletins once a month. We also had a fun discussion about an idea that Crystal brought to us about adding a family membership category. So we've already got the young professionals and the corporate. So this would be a membership for a primary member and a spouse or their child or whatever. We're still working out the details and what it would look like, but it's coming down the pipe. We're really excited about that. Also, Rotary International is encouraging us to partner with other civic organizations in our community, like Kiwanis, Lions, Optimists, on service projects. And we have, Norris and I have reached out to those clubs. There's local Kiwanis and Lions, and there's actually an Optimist club over in Sandersville that we're going to be partnering with on a service project. We're not sure exactly what it's going to look like yet. It's probably going to be a food drive for the local food bank and maybe a little friendly competition in there between the clubs. But we'll keep you posted on that. But the joint service week is September 11th through the 17th. So it's all gonna happen here fairly quickly. And then if you remember, we talked about on months that have a fifth Thursday, it's going to be the fifth Thursday is going to be a social gathering. So for September will be our first fifth Thursday social. And Kristen Villarreal has very graciously offered to host us at her home that day. It will be an after hours event starting at 5:30 at her home. And our member Kyle Colors will be providing the catering from Chicheros. And it's bring your own booze. So any questions about that? Pardon? Yes. Oh, and spouses and children are encouraged to attend as well. Two-legged children, not four-legged children. I have four-legged children. Oh, yes, and there's pool, the kids can go swimming. It's going to be a great time. So as we get closer to that date, we'll be asking for confirmations of how many people will be coming and that sort of thing. All right, we have a member to induct today. Would Crystal and Alicia come forward, please? Okay. Alicia, in 1905, Paul Harris was a young lawyer in Chicago, and he was lonely as a newcomer in a new city. And he wanted to become acquainted with individuals and other businesses and professions. And on the evening of February 23rd, 1905, he met with three friends to talk about this. And from that gathering, they created the Rotary Club. Only 16 years later, Rotary had clubs on 6 continents. Our members now span the globe, working to solve some of our world's most challenging problems. We took on the eradication of polio in 1979, and as of this year, there were only 2 reported cases worldwide. When Rotary went international, Paul Harris famously said, "Whatever Rotary may mean to us, to the world, it will be known by the results that it achieves." Today, you are embarking on a new great adventure in friendship and service to your vocation, your community, and your fellow man. You are not just joining the 65 Rotarians in this club, but over 1.4 million Rotarians in over 200 countries. All are business and professional people united by the common ideal of service above self. Milledgeville Rotarians, will you please join me in welcoming Alicia and Kinetic to the Milledgeville Rotary Club? Yay! All right. All right. And this is especially exciting because Kinetic is officially our first corporate member. Alicia will be our primary representative from the company with 2 alternatives, and all 3 of them will be counted as members of Rotary and Rotary International. All right. Tamara walked around earlier and handed out your cart cups. We talked about this a few weeks ago, but it's just a reminder that you can keep this in your car to put your spare change in. And then when you come to the meetings, you can just dump it in the cart fund buckets. And we do have a club goal of donating $1,500 for the year for the cart buckets. And we'll be checking in on that goal as we go through the year. And speaking of buckets, Wendell, can you do Happy Dollars for us today?
I tell you what, if you want me to, I'll do it too. We'll get this thing started here. So.
All right, go for it.
Cup here.
Go for
You're
it.
just talking about, okay,
All right.
all right. So I don't know who's got something today. I said, I got something today. And first of all, I want to see everybody out there, hopefully at the GMC thing on next Thursday. Delson, thank you for the invite to that. And I'm looking forward to it. And I want to thank Chris and Greg. Man, they always got good, organized, and nice over there. When you walk in, that means a lot to people. You don't think about that, but that means a lot to people when they welcome you. Say, hey, you do a great job over there. Appreciate it. All right. And and so I got $33 today. That's what I got. Because tomorrow, yes, because tomorrow is my wife and I's 33rd wedding anniversary. Yes, yes. Yes. So we get this thing started. And if we go to 34 next year, we'll be we'll be halfway between my parents. My parents are not but 67 years right now. We'll be 68 next year. Yeah. So we're lucky, man. We're blessed. And you know, y'all get to see this, you know, little bits and pieces, right? A little happy, fun man, and energetic, and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm a lot, right? And she got to live with that all the time. You think about that. You think about that. That sounds good. You know, hey man, that guy, boy, let me tell you, you gotta live with this all the time. It's rough, right? So I'm very, very appreciative of my wife. I understand my my challenges that I have, and God put us together for a reason, man. About 3 billion, 6 billion, 7 billion people in the world, and there's one of them that can stand me all the time. And I'm glad I'm lucky to be here. All right, so I got. Tell me who's got something today, and let's give some positive feedback. Nelson, I appreciate
$5,
sir.
250, or I'm sorry, $2.50
Yeah.
for Wendell. And this guy is just a fired up, positive person in our community, and we just love him.
I appreciate it, man.
And then another $2.50 for school starting.
Yes.
The town is doing it.
Yes.
All the high schools, all the colleges. Is it not awesome?
It's awesome.
The local park.
Yes, yes. And it is, thank you, y'all. It is awesome, man. It's a night, man. Just energy running around this place. Awesome. Keith, we'll go back here.
All right, some happy dollars for Brandon and Kevin, but not happy dollars for Keith and Paige, because Brandon's gonna be going off to college this weekend, so we'll be empty nesters, so we're gonna have both of the kids also.
Yeah, awesome, fantastic. Hey, now, y'all who've experienced that empty nest, it's rough now. When you first get started, it is rough. I wish I could give you a better outcome. It'll be okay eventually.
Thanks a lot.
It was rough when you first start, man. Yes, yes, yes. Randy.
Yeah, who's up for my 45th anniversary?
Yes, yes. Congratulations. That's awesome. Who else we got? Chris?
All right. So when they first started talking about the cart cups and change and everything, I'm like, I don't really have change anymore because I basically use digital tap pay kind of thing. But I got a handful of change right here that I've been carrying around in my purse has been hurting my back. Guess how much it is. But anyway, I'm gonna do another 10 because I just want to also give some shout out to Wendell, because he's such a great neighbor. You know, he's such a wonderful neighbor. And he's very welcoming. And when he first did this $100, I'm like, you gotta do that every time, because that gets us all riled up. And so I'm just really grateful. And the last thing I'll say is, y'all keep on putting your money towards those Paul Harrises. And I want to just say that we've got people got it rolling in. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
All right, I'm gonna put 20 in. Like these guys, I have an anniversary on Saturday, 29th.
Yes.
Yeah. We also found out this week, Responsive Technology Partners, and it's all on Facebook, made the Inc. 5000 again, actually made the Inc. 500 this time.
Yes.
So we were the 474th fastest growing company in America.
That's awesome. Aaron, do you have something, or was that it?
I got one.
Oh, okay, great.
No, I don't have any money.
That's all I
Whoa!
have.
I wrote the treasurer, and he's promised to bill me $10 on my next. Anyhow, Rebecca and I had our 40th wedding anniversary this past Sunday. So very happy. I had cataract surgery, and going in for the next one next week. And just completed a 1-week trip up to Vermont to see my daughter, her husband, and our 2 great grandkids. So I've had a good week.
Yes, you have. Life is good. That is awesome stuff. So I think you said your goal was 1,500. Is that what we said?
Yes. I
We
think
got
we're
at least
halfway
about
there.
yeah. we got a good start today. All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, well, I will let Tamara introduce our speakers for today.
Good afternoon, everyone. So each month of the calendar is a different theme from Rotary International. And this month is membership and new club development. So today we're honored to have district leadership come speak on those subjects. Please welcome to our meeting, Charles Richardson and Steve Williams.
Well, they tell me I'm supposed to talk about membership. I'm going to talk about fishing. Something we can all get behind. I see that lake out there and it's calling my name. So I want to talk about fishing from a membership standpoint. What does a fisherman or fisherwoman do when they aren't biting where you're at? You move. You go find a little place over here and you cast in there and you look for something else to fish for. I'm officially the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion District Committee Chair. And that name can be off-putting, but it's not, because it's really all about membership. How many of you remember when Rotary, you had to, you had to have those attendance requirements, and they kept track of it, and come up on your meeting day, and if you couldn't make it, you'd have to figure out how you're gonna make it up. Well, all of that is gone now. They're not even taking track of attendance. That kind of ticks me off. Just when I get perfect attendance, they decide not to count attendance. But we have so many different things that we have to offer, and I'd like to congratulate your club for doing the one thing that Rotary does and does better than anybody else: service. That will attract all kinds of members to your club, because we all want to get and be a part of a club or an organization that is doing things to help people. And for all the service that you guys do, the one that I really liked was the notes to seniors. I have some in-laws that are 90 and 89. Now, that was a different time for them. They don't communicate electronically. We got my mother-in-law an iPhone, and she looked at it like it was Beelzebub. But they still write out notes and letters to their friends, and they moved here from Northern Virginia, And when they get one of those, their eyes light up. And your club makes a lot of seniors' eyes light up. Just that little thing, a little time. Those are the things that we all have to continue to do. And again, you're fishing in a little different spot. Now, Steve is going to tell you about a different ways of membership in Rotary, things that really are kind of out of the box. It used to be out of the box. But I'll liken it to churches. How many of you go to church? Well, you can lie if you want. But only a little over 30% of adults in the US go to church one time a month. Only 30%. But the pandemic taught churches something very, very interesting. How do you adjust your services to meet your congregation's needs? So all of a sudden, everybody pops up, we're going to stream the service. Some churches had satellite locations where you could meet and not be in close proximity with other people. They found out a way to communicate with their congregation so they could keep that connection. And now those churches that did that, they're starting to see those congregants come back. And I think Rotary's caught on to that. They're figuring, what do our Rotarians need? What do our prospective members need so that we can fish in different places and grow? I say grow because my pastor tells me that if you're not growing, you're dying. And point of personal reflection, when I first joined Rotary 27 years ago, we were the young whippersnapper club. Now we're the club that's been whipped and snapped. You know, we looked around the room and said, wait a minute, there's only a few people under 40 here. And I'm just thinking, well, heck, I'm still 40. Wrong. Wrong. So that service element is how we attract new members of all ilk. We are trying to be strategic in targeting individuals and companies. So glad to hear about your company being inducted. That's a targeted approach. Somebody said, that would be a good choice. Well, your membership chair is probably saying right now, where are our new fishing holes? They might be in the medical field. It might be a satellite club. Might be a club over GMC. You know, and those are great places to recruit from because all your service projects, kids are always looking for something to do, right? Well, they love to come help your club do some of your service projects, your food drives. Same thing for Georgia College and State University. I actually said that right. I have to write that one down because some of their classes require them to be community oriented, and it introduces them to the thought and service of Rotary. When I first got on my public service journey in high school, I was a Kiwanian, and we went off and did all kinds of strange things. We picked up trash I thought the highway would never end, and the trash never ended. But as we finished, and you look back and you said, that's pretty neat. Look at what we did. Kids are looking for that. Call them kids. They're college students, they're adults, are looking for things to do, things that they can feel good about, and introduce them to all the things that you do as a club. One other thing that I'd encourage you to do is branding. I have a flag like this one from last year, my year as president. And one of my coworkers, I work at Middle Georgia State University, and one of my coworkers passed by my office and looked at my flag and she said, "What's Rotary?" Now this woman has a PhD. And of course I'm thinking, well, let me explain it to you real quick. And I said, "Have you heard of polio?" She said, "Yes." "Have you heard of the organization that helped eradicate polio?" She said, "No." That's Rotary. So we had a 20-minute conversation about all the things that Rotary does around the world and in our community. Now, who wouldn't want to be involved in that? I mean, that's a big, audacious goal. It's like your football team. Your football team is saying, we're going to win the championship this year. And every year in football, it's a big audacious goal. But if you don't have a big audacious goal, then you might as well not put on the cleats. And that's what Rotary did. They put on the cleats and have just about succeeded outside of recent times of eradicating polio worldwide. Realize how big a deal that is? We have so many selling points. We just have to make sure that people know what they are. You guys are doing great at membership. We're all challenged during this time because, quite frankly, we're getting older. We have people that are transitioning in and out of our community. We need to capture the ones that are coming in and stay in touch the ones that are going out. I mean, Steve will go into this a little further, but just because they move doesn't mean that their membership has to move. That's one of those new things that Rotary is talking about. And I'll shut up, or I'll continue on and take all of Steve's time. And I know he's fine with that, but he's got some stuff to share with you. Thank you so much.
All you, Doctor. I just knew you were gonna take 10 more minutes.
I started to.
Okay. Well, greetings, everyone. I'm Steve Williams. I'm your district membership chair for this year. And the only reason you become a district membership chair is you said yes at a weak moment. and I didn't have a choice. Our district governor, Heather Kellen is a good friend. I've known her for a long time, and she's part of the Perry Rotary Club. So it was kind of hard, since I'm from Wonderful Robins, not to support her. And now that our governor-elect is Felix Smith out of Perry Club, guess who gets to be the membership chair next year? Yours truly. So why are we here? Well, I'm just here to have lunch. I don't want the mayor call me and say, hey, could you guys speak? I said, well, she had 3 people on the list. I think Charles answered first, if I'm not mistaken. And then I answered. And I didn't realize he had answered, but then I answered, of course we want to come out and talk to you. Because this is membership month for Rotary. And I want to applaud you, first of all, because I have the membership goal setting worksheet for the Milledgeville Club. Although, and I was talking with Tom about last year, you guys had a lot of transitions. Some folks moved away, some things happened, but you guys did a great job. So give yourselves a hand. You did. Give yourselves a hand. Because you actually brought members in to the club that got you back to where you're starting off this year with momentum. And that's what we want every club to do. I was not the membership chair. In fact, I've been part of Rotary for 20 years. I just received my 20-year perfect attendance award. We're still giving those out. I make sure I do my makeups. But this is the thing. Rotary is about the folks that are serving. It's a service organization. It's about you folks. And the great thing I like about that is this. We're all in it together. And when you can serve at your heart and make a difference in other people's lives, despite how busy you are. I heard Tom say he travels. In fact, you're about to travel again. How many folks here travel? Oh, yeah. You guys are like I was as market president all over the place. I mean, how many folks have been enrolled for over, let's say, over 25 years? Anyone? Okay, man, that's awesome. What about 20 years? Over 20? Over 15? Gotta add them up now. 10? 5? These 5, okay. How many are within a year? Just getting, there we go. Why I want you to do that? Because one of the things Tom and I talked about was we were doing oh, I need to stay in front of this, don't I? People are looking. Thank you. It's okay. I should know that because I'm used to setting these up at our club.
Now you got room to walk.
Okay. The reason I wanted to talk to you about Zoom, I think it's, and I guess you're using Zoom. That's probably the best thing for a club to do. Although we stopped doing ours this year, I was the person that started Zoom for the One Roberts Rotary Club years ago when I was president, right when I was coming in to be president once the pandemic hit. And what I found out was that we have so many members that have having health challenges that still want to participate in Rotary, but just can't get out. And they've been part of the club for 20, 25 years and 30 years. And for a club to say, okay, we're not going to do Zoom anymore, you got to come. I don't like that. I'm going with it, but I don't like it. But Heather and I were talking about it, to find a club that will be open to have some of those members transfer into a club that's doing Zoom. They still pay their dues and things of that nature. They're just not able to come out and break bread with it. But they may have opportunity to come out to some of your service projects and participate in that area. And I think we have to do more of that, just because those other folks, and I saw the hands of the folks 20 and above, you realize we stand on your shoulders because you were here first building this and keeping it going. And I think we owe it to you to allow you to stay in as long as you feel able that you want to be a member. Because that's what's important. Membership is not just about getting a lot of members. I'm not here to tell you how to recruit. Sorry. I'll give you what Steve Williams does and sit down with someone. One thing I typically don't do, I don't directly invite them into a meeting to meet everyone because I really don't know if they have a heart for service. So I'm going to sit down with them over a glass of tea, a cup of coffee in the morning, like I did this morning with Jim and I met at one of the chamber meetings. And for about 45 minutes, I had my Rotary outline of what Rotary does. I don't take an application in, but I just talk about Rotary, all the activities that our club does, what we do to benefit our community, but also talk about the due structure. And I say, I'm just here to talk to you and share with you and tell the story of why I got started in Rotary and what we do. Then if he's interested, I see they have a heart for service, then I will invite him into a meeting. Then we'll go through the application process. But that's just the way I do it, because I just don't want to bring someone in and they really don't want to serve. I'm a banker, right? Okay, 35 plus years in the banking industry. I work for a local bank now, work for national banks before. As you know, bankers are tighter than two coats of paint. We don't like spending money and wasting time. Sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. So we're tight. So I'll have a cup of coffee with you, but I'm not going to take you to lunch to tell my story. But that's just Steve Williams, okay? We'll get to know each other a little bit, then I'll take you to lunch. How about that? But that's just what I do. What do you do? Because that's what I want to find out from you. How did you guys get so many members last year? I heard you guys have a tremendous induction ceremony last year, and it was a lot of members, and it was a talk of the town. In fact, we were in one of Robert's like, what's wrong with us? We have Milledgeville over there doing what they need to do. And here, we're sitting over here trying to figure out what are we supposed to be doing. And so what are you guys doing?
Well, Jennifer was probably the.
I knew it was one person.
All of those members that came in, I can't take credit for that.
Okay.
I was at one part, so she really did. She opened up the options for the Zoom, gave some other membership options as well. So yeah, Jennifer.
Luckily during COVID, I wasn't working a whole lot, so I had time to throw at it.
To
So it
focus
was
on.
literally, everybody gave me ideas of people and I just had time to run them down and took a lot of people to coffee. Drank a lot of coffee.
There you go. Absolutely, absolutely. Anyone else? Now Jennifer didn't do it all this year. You put it
Well,
on her
Crystal
shoulder.
picked up
Crystal?
where I left
That's
off.
right. I was like, Crystal, you're the membership chair.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So, phone calls, going out and meeting people, inviting them to the meeting. So I'm offered to take some coffee.
There you go. Absolutely. And guys, that's how simple it is. It's Rotary is a special group, and it's because we really care about what we do. And no matter how busy we are, and I was one of the busiest folks, okay? That's the reason it took me 18 years before I became president or serving in any leadership position, because I was too busy, okay? From serving on 70 plus different boards and organizations in my bank, 35 years in banking. I didn't have time to do anything else. I had time to come to the meeting, have lunch, and then the service projects in the evening or the weekends. But that was about it. So when you want to give something to a busy person, have you guys ever heard it? You want something important done, you want it done right, give it to what? A busy person. Why? They're gonna get it done. They're not gonna waste time. And I think that's why Heather decided to choose me for this, because at the time, I was running for political office in Warner Bros. For House and County. Now, people ask me, well, how'd you do? Well, guys, I won, but I didn't get enough votes. And I said, well, what do you mean you won and get enough votes? Well, I won because I don't have another 200 meetings on my calendar for every year for the next 4 years. Bam! I get to take my grandsons fishing. So I won, okay? But I would have served. But I continue to serve in Rotary. So what are we going to do? There are several goals that we have. One, our president for Rotary has said that they would like to see Rotary have and accomplish 30% women by the year 2023. Okay, and that was part of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I'm not going to go through that because that's really his talk. Even though I was the chair of that the first year, that's the other thing you don't do. How many folks ever attended a district conference? Okay. Well, I did online that first year, and I opened my mouth on the Zoom and became chairman. You remember that, don't you? I said, why did you do that? You know not to do that. But it's about opening Rotary up to everyone. There are so many folks right here in Milledgeville. I haven't been in Milledgeville since what we came through for August, but I used to come down all the time. How many folks remember the old CNS Bank that was there on the corner? I know it very well. My mother used to retire from CNS, and we used to come down to Den Haven at Lake Sinclair on the weekends and have a great time. They had these apartments and cabins that we rented out, and it was 8 children in our family. So mom would take, I think it was about 6 of us at home at that time, and we'd go up there and have a weekend away from things. And we attended the Catholic church right there. We made sure we did go to church. But this is the thing. Milledgeville has grown tremendously. More industry. Okay, not only the university, but in all the other companies that are here, you have an opportunity now to reach out your hand and just say hello to someone. That's all it is about telling your story. I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to do it, but just say hello to folks. Wear your Rotary pin. You can always find a Rotary member somewhere when they say, "Oh, you got a Rotary pin on." But I found out too, just being district membership chair, that there are people like you were saying, Tom, that moved out, but there are also folks moving in. In fact, I spoke with one that still working in Vancouver, Washington, that just moved to Kathleen, Georgia, who's part of Rotary that wants to come to our meeting next Tuesday. This spoke with her yesterday. So there are folks actually moving into Milledgeville that would like to be a part of Rotary. So you have, I applaud you for this. You have to be open and be willing to to promote everything you're doing. And I think we have done in our area a poor job at that. And I think you guys have done a much better job. Make sure you put all your activities in newspaper. Your website is tremendous. I was looking at it, I was like, man, they got everything on here. I said, I would want to be a part of that club. If I wasn't part of anything and I saw that, I said, yeah, they're doing some great things. I want to be a part of that. So you guys are doing that. And so I applaud you on what you're doing. Now we need to get everybody else to sort of be an example. In fact, okay, I'll tell you. I sent your website to the president of our club and said, check out this website. Because that's what we need. We need to tell our story, and that's how we bring more people on to do more service projects. Like what you said also, Jennifer, and you let me know how much time I have. Okay.
3 actually, if you want questions.
Okay, well, I like that.
That's why I get there.
That's right. I lost my train of thought, man. I guess I need to stop. But I'm gonna do this real quick. Our district, we have 15 areas in our district, and I think David Parrish out of the Sandersville Club is your area membership chairman. And he's basically the one that's going to be coordinating things from the district down to you guys. And I'm not sure if David's been to a meeting here yet, but we're trying to get them all out to visit meetings, because there's no way Steve Williams can attend every meeting in the district. And I told them that when I decided to do this, that I still serve on a lot of boards. I still have to work at the bank, even though they don't see me a whole lot, but I still have to do those things to make a living. And I just want to make sure that you guys get the benefit of knowing what the district's doing as well. We need you. I know you need us, but we need you more so. And we can't do this alone. So I'm gonna stop there. Close up my folder. There are different types of clubs. I think someone mentioned the Satellite Club and Passport Clubs and Corporate Club. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Connecticut. Hey, I need you to talk to our folks down in Warner Robinson. They can be a member now, can't they? Absolutely. I love how that works. But in fact, I'll tell you this, I've also met folks that can't attend our meeting at noon on Tuesday. And guess what? I told them, hey, we have another Glory Club in Centerville. They meet in the morning. Oh, that may work out great. So I'm taking them to that meeting. So that's the thing. If you have folks that can attend other meetings, go ahead. It's all about Rotary. It's not just about one individual club. But I'm gonna pause. Questions. Charles is going to answer for you. No questions. It's about Rotary, about membership.
See how good a job you did?
No, I didn't share enough. I know I didn't, but let me just do this. Thank you again from our district. We definitely appreciate what you do. Thank you, Jennifer, for leading the charge. It really takes one person, because when I became president, I did the same thing Jennifer did. I was at the RI Institute down in for a class, and first time I've been to any leadership training, and I sat there, I just started writing down everybody I knew that may be interested in Rotary. I didn't know if they were members or anything. I wrote a list of 40 people. And I came back and started contacting everybody. Then COVID hit us. But we brought in 9 of those people into our club because we were actually going south. And now I've started that back up again, but I'm doing it more so to help other clubs. So give me a moment, maybe get a call. Crystal, you may get a referral from me because I know folks in so many different areas. So, and I know that they were getting them from Rotary International as well. And they typically will go to Alfie, who was our past membership chair. Remember Alfie? Well, he gets them and he forwards them out to the membership, well, he sends them out to the AGs, and then they should get down to you at the local level. So you should be getting some members that way as well. But people who are interested in Rotary. So thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Love being here in Milledgeville. Love being here, breaking bread with you. And it's been an awesome, awesome, awesome lunch. Have a great day.
Well, thank you guys for coming today. You guys were really nice. There were no questions, which is rare. Normally they're all about questions.
It's about membership.
Well, I will tell you that Rotary International provides the resources. Some of the activities you can go through with the club. We did them as a club to figure out where to, so it was, yeah, just, they gave me the information. All I did was run it down. So cool. All right. Dawn, thank you for visiting today. And Brandon, always good to have you join Keith with us today. Thanks for coming. And I forgot my thought of the day. So my thought for the day is what Paul Harris said. Whatever Rotary may mean to us, to the world, it will be known by the results it achieves. Have a good day.